Okay, we're back. We're gonna head into Elf. Looks like we have Louise here. Let's try to kill these things one at a time, per the usual. Let's walk away a bit. Earth elementals can actually do decent damage. Not too worried about Louise. We'll just spam tab on her. Down she goes. So we had a slightly contested entranceway here, but not really a big deal. We do have a few things to buy still, but nothing hugely important. So I'm not gonna do that just yet. Although we did just get a sack of spiders, so that's good. Alright, this is a great place to tab. Now, lesson learned from last game, I am going to clear out the Hall of Blades in case of having to take a hatch up. Sometimes it's necessary, sometimes it's simply useful, and it's nice to have the option. And if the Hall of Blades is not clear, then you might end up inside it if you take a hatch up. We use Lightning Rod to finish that sorcerer since I wanted a more guaranteed thing than my bow, since he was already hasted. Hasted sorcerers are pretty scary. Come on, running? Nope. Just another +2 pair of boots. I have decided that we're going to go for Rue once we're ready to swap off. Let's dig this open. Phantom Mirror. That's totally worth it. Why don't we get rid of some of this stuff? More haste, that's great. Wow, a 3 stack of acquirement. That's pretty good. Roughly 950 a pop, which I believe is below average for a gold acquirement. Well, it's above the median, but it's well below the mean. So what I might do is I'll buy these, and maybe I will I don't know, I might just get 3 books. Who knows, because 3 manuals sounds nice. But we're gonna need to get that gold. And it might be kind of hard to swing another 2,000 gold depending on how the rest of the game goes. Maybe we'll get a big pile in the treasure vault here, but slime's already done, so we've got all the gold in there. So this is pretty much our last guaranteed pile of treasure, unless we decide to do tomb, which is unlikely. I suppose there's probably going to be a decent amount of gold in crypt, so maybe... I'll just swap to Gozag. That's a joke. I have thought about it, but it's kind of weird to go Gozag when you're a vampire. You can actually continue to get, satiated if you're doing a lot of melee, or if you're stabbing, especially if you're stabbing, because you'll gain some satiation from doing that, but it doesn't really sound like a fun time to me. Okay, time for Elf 3. Wow, so many things to buy. Almost definitely going to, we're almost definitely going to go ahead and acquire gold on one of those scrolls and hope that it gives us above average. Just because there's so much stuff I would like to buy. But maybe not. We'll see. Maybe we'll see how the first two books turn out. Whoa, 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 I'm tabbing a ghost. Not good. Fireball is the most dangerous thing here, and Force Lance can knock me off staircases. It's a knoll. It looks like this guy was doing the right thing by diversifying his magic. But he died all the same. So let's let the stone giant take him out. Well, don't want to fight both of those at the same time. Wow. This is not ideal. But it's working out okay, surprisingly. We haven't killed nearly enough of these guys for it to be safe to be in here. But I think this is one of those... I think this is like an outer... Well, maybe not. I was gonna say I thought this was just an outer version, an outer section of the vault, and the actual dudes were all up there, but they certainly seem to be coming out already, so... I use Brothers in Arms preemptively because, well, there's these shouts for one thing, but also because that guy was hasted. Okay, what's going on with this bow? He's got Piercer. That's pretty sweet. I'll take that. That's excellent. We no longer need to hang on to these javelins of penetration, because all we have to do is swap to this thing. Really awesome. We don't need this ring. I wanted to use Piercer on these guys, but repel missiles is kind of making it a moot point. That brings no good. We don't need 2 wands of acid on me. And we don't need 2 different wands of paralysis. And honestly, we don't need to hang on to torment either. The chance of that being useful is pretty low. A little surprised I'm having inventory management problems since I don't carry food. That's one benefit of using a vampire, is that your inventory is more clear. But yeah, Piercer is an excellent find, and I'm glad I found it. One of the best things in the game. Another Book of the Warb. We've burned one previously. Don't need any of this stuff. +2 cloak. Would rather have repulsion field for now. Or our missile is what it's really called. Won't need this book. Nor do we need this one. Okay, that's it for Elf. We have maybe half as much as we need for the 3 scrolls of acquirement, which we are definitely saving for. Let's go ahead and head into Crypt. We may do a little bit of dancing between Crypt and Depths. You know, actually swapping off Trog is going to be obnoxious. Really obnoxious on this character, because we're going to run out of blood, probably, if we spend most of the time in the Abyss like I intend to. I may have to think up another solution to that. Whoa. Let's fly on out of here. I think we're faster than a cursed skull. How do we get out? That's the exit there. Can I use digging on this? I think I can. Okay. Yeah. Let's drink blood until we're nice and alive. And the reason for that is now we can lignify. Hoping for a nice giant gold pile at the end of all this. Very motivating. Very, you know, crypts is something you generally, you want to do it because it's not terribly hard. It's just sort of tedious and can be dangerous if you're not really careful. So it's sometimes, if you're trying to get like a quick 3-rune game in, it's hard to motivate yourself to want to even do it. But having such a good reward for collecting gold is definitely a good reason. Got an amulet of regeneration. I'd rather keep on Guardian Spirit for now. A lot of ghouls there. Okay. Crypts 3 time. Looks like we've got the little castle on the water. I want to say that there are definitely ancient liches in here. Well, we're going to find out soon enough. Glad that my MR is high enough that I can just tab this stuff without being worried about getting paralyzed. We should check the lich though. Yeah, okay. We're still good. This guy can do some decent damage, so it's this. Actually, let's check on this. Frederick. Now he has Iron Shot. He has Iron Shot for 3d36, so if they both hit me for max damage, that's 96, 108 damage. So technically they could one-shot me. So now I've made it so they can't one-shot me. With silence. Nice, big pile of gold. Hopefully there's some more. Whoa, got that ancient lich. Let's get out of here. Kill some of the stuff around it first. Necronomicon. I better turn my phone off here. Anyway, no more gold in here, unfortunately. We're still missing 800. But you know, well, no, we already did Vaults 5. I was gonna say, we still have that to do, but we don't. We're gonna try to kill this. I will make a Brother in Arms if need be. Okay, we got him. Still a little bit of this left. hey, it's Jory. He can mesmerize me, so we'll do that. We'll do Brother in Arms. This guy's LCS is no joke. So what we'd really like is for him to die to the Brother in Arms, and he goes down. Definitely not wanting for weapons this game. Got some good stuff. Oh man, only 400 gold needed-ish, something thereabouts, maybe 500. Nope, less than 400. But it appears as though this level's tapped out. Wait, a little bit more. Well, we'll definitely find the rest in depths, so no real need to go into Tomb and all of the horrible things that go along with that. Well, let's identify this amulet. Even now, I would like to have faith. You'll notice we're rather behind on collecting arrows. I like to have about 1,000. Let's go into depths. So this one's going to be depths, crypt, and elf. Wow, that's Nicola. We do not have a resistance potion. Not good. He can sort of one-shot me. So we're going to see blink away. And we're going to make this thing. I'm going to use that. And we're going to take a step, and we'll let the troll take care of it. And it works. We have just enough hit points that it's incredibly unlikely that Nicola would have one-shotted me. I think he can do like 225 with Chain Lightning. Okay. We got this interesting little fort across the water. Haven't seen this in a while. We'll just kill all this with, you know, with arrows. We'll fly across there here in a minute. I'm gonna clear the rest of the level. Okay. Only a little bit of gold to go. I'm sure that we will collect that just from depths. It's one of these teleporter vaults. check the loot. Well, we'll clear the rest of the floor first. I think that's one of the easier teleporter vaults, so I'll probably go into it. Let's drink some blood real quick. Don't have Arlex, so we'll slow down a bit for these. Looks like we killed them fast enough, though. I could have swapped Arlec on, but I mean, we're fine. Storm Dragon Simulacrum does pretty good damage even through RC. Wow. I am going to back up from these a bit. Alright. All I see is a golden eye. I'm going to teleport and go in. This is not bad at all. What I want to do is I want to take out the orange brain first. I want to put on Piercer. Well, that's interesting. I think we'll be okay if I walk in. And we'll just do Lamp of Fire. And we'll pierce through all this stuff. Killing it all. I thought this was a jelly vault. Didn't really gain much from it, but no reason not to do it if you can. Free experience, right? Okay, we want to put back our ring. Turns out we had a cursed +2 ring of evasion lying around. Oh, cool. Some enslavement. It's good to see. Yes, this is the split level with the water. I have seen this before. Yeah, there's going to be these spectral things flying around. Okay. Why don't we dig through to take that guy out? It's kind of like an entirely different level over here. As far as I remember, I don't think there's any way to dig through. Wow. These guys really did a number on me. Summoning all these things. Cloning them, the Rakshasas did. Alright. Can't turn into a bat if I'm not thirsty. You know, maybe I can dig across to depending on how wide the river is over here. Speaking of digging, why don't we go ahead and pick up this wand here. And then we'll identify the digging. Alright, let's pierce through these dudes. I have not forgotten about depth 3. I'm not gonna just not do it. Or not gonna do half of it. I'm gonna come back up. It's less annoying than trying to wow. Okay. I just tried to send 100 arrows into that thing. Oh, man. Anyway, yeah, we'll come right back up here in a second. We can almost afford what I'd like to have. Oh boy. Wow. Let's not be near this Zot trap. Unfortunately, can't really avoid it, can we? So we'll just use Piercer. It's really bad. We got teleported from Zot. Yeah, that sucked. I probably should have blinked out. That's why bug arts are no joke. They can just summon things right on top of Zot traps. Interesting level. A lot of powerful enemies. Okay, this guy has Orb of Destruction and Lightning, but he dies pretty easily. Oddly enough, I have no blood, despite killing an enormous number of things on this floor. Alright, Ancient Lich. Let's pull it down. We're MR/2, but the worst thing that can happen is we get banished, which is no big deal. So we're totally on the south end of the level. That's fine. Okay. Lure these guys back here and use Piercer to clear them all at the same time. I see Marjorie is here. Trying to use Piercer to maximum effect when possible, but honestly it seems like my longbow of velocity is better in most cases, even when there's multiple enemies. Whoa, big pile of books. None of it's blink. I'm not going to bother burning anything. I would really like to have blink, though, I'm not going to lie. Hey, orange crystal statues are always interesting. Alright, okay, floating eyes, of course, scare me a lot. That's why I walked out of range of the orange crystal statue. Let's use Piercer. This is the perfect place for Piercer. Got a Ziggurat. Honestly tempted to go into the Ziggurat. Just to get some gold. But it looks like we have more than enough for the acquirement now and for a lot of the other stuff that I wanted to buy, in fact. Let's explore some of this. Interesting. Wonder if there's anything on the other side. I wasn't aware that that stuff was there, but I'll take it. Okay, let's pierce this stuff. Okay, that's the floor. Let's go ahead and grab these acquirements. And I really think I'm going to get 3 books. Well, first of all, I'm going to buy Blinking and Teleport. And Magic Mapping. Although we have more than enough Magic Mapping for the rest of the game. Wait, 4 Scrolls of Acquirement? So I was just holding one? Okay. Don't have enough money for all this. We'll get Agility. We will not get Mutations. Although, if we swap to... Oh wow, we have a Potion of Experience as well. We're going to save that for a second here. I'm going to mutate real fast. Cool. I want to see what my AC comes to now. 44, 22 EV. Okay, that's worth it. Unfortunately, we have the MR problem now. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do our acquirements. Book. It's crossbows, don't need it. Book. It's fighting, we do need it. Book. Evocations, that's cool. And book. Armor. Nice. Get some strength. It really makes sense for me to use this crystal plate. The only problem is that MR is an issue, and on top of that, On top of that, I won't have MR from Trog's hand as I swap off of Trog. So we're going to need to be a little more careful. But I think we're going to be okay. Honestly, it kind of makes me want to just finish the game with Trog. But that makes Zot 5 kind of a crapshoot. And it makes it less purposeful for me to go ahead and do Abyss, you know. Let's just go to... Let's finish up Depths, figure out what we'll do after that. So many manuals. Not enough experience for me to really make use of all of them without going through Zot. Still no blink. Ooh, we do not have our core. Let's Phantom Mirror one of these guys. He'll be quite helpful. Let's Phantom Mirror the other guy. I'm gonna try to lightning rod this guy to death. Oh, come on. Alright, that works. Oh no, there's another one. Okay, we're gonna teleport. Yeah, the teleport took me right next to these dudes, so we're gonna teleport again. I teleported onto a Zot trap. That's cute. Let's walk away from said Zot trap. Jeez, we are very corroded. We're gonna pierce. We're going to get out of range of that Zot trap. We're going to rest up. That was spicy. Changed into a floating eye. We'll move away from that. Wow. That's obnoxious. I'm going to keep Piercer on in case he comes back. That's him. I think. It's a shapeshifter, of course. I find that a lot of the floating eyes are really just shapeshifters. Seems to be a popular form for some reason. Oh. Use the manual for armor. Switch to fighting. Okay. We're 45 in. Let's go ahead and do Zot 1 through 4. Hopefully we can get some blood. Yeah, what am I gonna do about blood? if I decide to... if I end up doing the swap off Trog plan in the Abyss, how am I going to deal with that? I guess I could drink Raiju's. Well, let's leave. It's a Stormcaller. Should be able to kill him. There we go. No corpse. Yeah, why don't we go ahead? If we're going to do this, we should do it sooner than later. We're going to go get Rue. As far as how I'm going to survive the Wrath, well, we're going to have a lot of Hex on us. We're going to have Vulnerability, and I have a lot of Evocations as well. Unfortunately, no Blink. We have Potions of Invisibility, we have Ring of the Catfish, so that's cool. That'll give me Invis to swap on if need be. I don't want to use Guardian Spirit anymore if I'm worshipping Rue. So we're going to drop something to make room for this. We aren't going to swap off immediately, but when we get a usable ability, we will. And once we get the leap or whatever. Oh wait, I need to... 800 arrows, we're cutting it kind of close on that. But we should be okay. We may ascend with Trogwrath, as crazy as that sounds. I don't know, let's see where this takes me. Zada's a pretty ideal place to work off Wrath in terms of the layout. I will say that. Amulet of Rage. Books that we don't need. Anyway, the reason I say that is that it's easy to make kill holes throughout most of it. It's not ideal insofar as, well, the monsters are really strong and you can't teleport. Well, you can, but... the reality is that the teleporting takes so long that you might as well not be able to. No, we are not our poise right now. Trog rotted me. Let's fear. Should have done that to start with, but that's okay. There's a cloak. We'll keep our missile. Definitely gonna swap on Arlek if I see any, if I see any electric golems. Okay, Zot 2. This seems a little bit rickety, this thing I'm doing here. Oh, we've been blinked by the shifter. This could be bad. So why don't we enslave that, enslave the shifter. Can we enslave the annihilator? Whoops, I didn't mean to drop arrows there. Whoops. There we go. And we'll read fear to get the moth away. Man, we got blinked into a bunch of Trograth. Well, we'll just keep enslaving this stuff. We're trying to. Okay, I want this dead now. Cyclops is on my side now. Why don't we just go up? We don't have to deal with those things until they're done berserking. Okay. Rest here. Getting blinked around an awful lot. Maybe I should look for minus Tella. As I always say, getting depositioned is one of the worst things that can happen to you in this game. Because it takes away your ability to plan properly for things. This monk is no joke. Let's take him out. Okay, we'll train evocations to use up this manual. Probably train evocations for the rest of the game, since it'll be so useful. Oh, hey. This guy is already giving me sacrifices I just didn't notice. Well, Earth, Necro, and Summonings are a perfectly good sack. And we already have the aura. Well, one of the auras. Got constricted for a second there, but no big deal. Wow, this is a landing. This is a very contested landing. Alright, well I've tried to leave like 3 times now and it didn't work. I'm gonna read Tella in case I get berserked. I'm gonna read Fear. We're gonna try to leave again and again. You know, it's just not working with 2 of these guys next to me. why don't we go ahead and haste? This is looking like a rough situation. And we'll use a curing. A couple curings, actually. And I'm going to kill this thing. I'm going to use Lamp of Fire. Okay, there we go. Yeah, let's get away from this Zot Trap. Okay, now we're safe. This is one of those times I actually want to be in a normal kill hole. Hey, there's a pair of gloves that I haven't checked out. Maybe it's archery. So yeah, as it turns out, with 25 strength, you can't really walk away from two tentacled monstrosities. It's just too much constrict. It's good to know. Gonna check out these gloves real quick. It's gonna be funny if these are archery. They are, wow. We could have had this whole time. Well, better late than never. I so do not want to be within range of that Zot Trap. There we go. Okay, we'll dig out. Chance to enslave the stone giant's not so good, so let's just pierce through this stuff. We're going to use spiders to get away from this stuff. Rampaging iron giants, or excuse me, iron trolls are no big deal, or are a very big deal, is what I'm trying to say. They do the most damage out of everything the Trog can send. And even with crystal plate armor, maybe if I had both auras, you know, maybe if I had both of Rue's benefits, then I would consider it. And if they were at full piety, then I'd probably be fine. I'd have that extra layer of defense. Oh, come on. No blood. This game really doesn't want to give me any blood. It's very, it's a drought, very much a drought. Although we just got some from the Storm Dragon, so that's cool. I've definitely underused bat form this game. I could have probably used it a lot more to make this character a little more reliable. So now that I've committed to this Rue plan, I'm gonna have to... I mean, I'm gonna have to spend some time in the Abyss, because I need to get some Rue piety, even if I don't want to work off the Trograth fully, which I would prefer to, but, you know, if I can't, I can't. Well, I can, but it's just how much time am I willing to spend on it. Oh, boy. We're slowed right now. We have 8 potions cancellation, so first thing we do is use that. Next thing we do is dig. You know what? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to go toe-to-toe with this Iron Giant. We have so much hit points. So many hit points. It should die fast. Alright, we paid about 80 hit points for that. That's not that bad. Oh no. We're gonna fog. You saw that cursed toe. Cyclops is now on my side. At least I thought he was. I guess it was the other one. Okay, this situation sucks. We're gonna haste. We're gonna use sack. Our haste gets stolen by this highly obnoxious Quicksilver Dragon. Okay, we are berserked. This is not the end of the world. I have cancellation if I don't want to be slow anymore. And I don't want to be slow anymore. Another Quicksilver Dragon. Let's think about this for a second. Oh, man. Sack of Spiders is really doing some work for me, I'll tell you that. I think I want to dig. I want to kill this thing. Oh, good, it's confused. I use sack again. This is just too much stuff. And the funniest thing about it is we can't really enslave these purple draconians. And it's like all that's showing up. Unbelievable. We'll use recharging on my digging. Alright. Quicksilver Dragon. 3d20 damage, so we can officially be one-shotted. Let's use healing. Let's use digging. Unbelievable. I could go into bat form at this point. In fact, we use haste. It doesn't work because it gets turned off immediately. Let's fog. Make spiders. Okay, we'll go up. So we blew like 3 haste potions on that nonsense. I feel like that's more purple draconians and Quicksilver Dragons in one place than I've ever seen. The dispel effect can be really very horrible, as you can see if you're relying on it. Quicksilver Dragons are, I suspect, an accidentally powerful thing in Zot, because what you want to rely on instead of teleport, you want to rely on things like haste in here. So, wow. What to do? Let's drink invisibility. Train some stealth. surprisingly, invisibility worked. We're gonna teleport. Okay, give me some corpses here. Come on. Just need some blood. Are we immune to torment right now? I think we are. No, we're not. Well, that's okay. We'll just kill this thing. Like so. I will teleport. I will drink invis. Getting kind of nervous being bloodless. We don't even have the ability to heal ourselves with with Rue's ability because we haven't reached the right level of piety yet. Okay, this is Zot 5, so we don't want to be here. Could be a Zot trap, and they could walk into it. Perhaps swapping gods was a mistake here. Things are a bit different for vampires now that you can't get spawns from different floors that have already been finished. Okay, there's got to be a corpse here. Okay. Good. Honestly tempted to leave a few draconians alive on this floor, but there's no guarantee that they'd even leave corpses when I come back for them, so yeah. Okay, Rue. Let's sacrifice drink. I'd rather not, but I needed lots of piety. Now we've got 2 auras, or both auras, I should say. They will still get stronger the more piety I get, though, so... Still, we're a lot better off than we were a minute ago. Wow, so many purple draconians. This is like the purple floor. Trying to use Piercer to maximum effect here. Alright, well that works. Still no active abilities for Rue. Okay, why don't we go ahead and get some very nice wands. And the feel. Wait, did I not? What happened? It says I bought the Wand of Clouds. Oh, there it is. Okay, never mind. Clouds will be very, very useful. Scattershot will continue to be useful. Yeah, this is all good. So we're going to go into the Abyss next. We'll stop the video here. Then we'll work off our Wrath in the Abyss, and we'll get the rune, and we'll see what's in that treasure vault. Trog's Wrath is beginning to fade, so that's cool. Hopefully I can keep up on blood in there, and more importantly, hopefully I don't run out of arrows, because if that happens, I'm totally screwed. But I think we'll be okay. Oh hey, we have some enchant armor to use. Alright, cool. Well, until next time, I'm signing out.